The network went poor again. I have to switch. Now I'm using MTN. From MTN to Airtel, from Airtel to Etisalat, Nigeria network, now mobile. Man, um, do I need to tap? Let me still tap the topic. I stop at effect of not lack of confidence, foundation of self-confidence. So one of the network went poor, so I'm back again. One of the effects of lack of confidence, self-confidence, is negative feelings. Anything bad comes to your mind, you think about anything that is not just good for your health at all. And sometimes this is what even makes some people think that they need to hide under the shadow of others for them to be noticed. That is just it. Because you lack self-confidence, that is why you have to continuously attach yourself to people, thinking that it is what you do that you'll be noticed, that you'll be identified with. But most time, there are even some names that you carry about that hinder your success. There are some names you can go about that even hinder your growth. There are some names that have enemy, but you mingle with this name, you mingle with this identity, not knowing that it's even affecting you. I'm just going to make this video and drop it. But because of lack of self-confidence, the identity of yourself that you carry, because you want to be acknowledged, because you want to be respected, because you want to be seen, that same people, that same identity, that same image may even be what will hinder you from getting what you actually want. But because you lack confidence, because you cannot stand on your own, you feel that you have to continuously attach yourself to somebody or to a name or to an image or to a group of persons for you to be noticed. And most time it doesn't really end up where you don't really get sometimes you don't even get what you want. So sometimes it is highly important that you just stand out, just be yourself, explore your potentials, and of course work on your innate qualities, your uniqueness, and exploit them. You don't need any name to stand out. You don't need any name to to use as a cover. You don't need that. I think when I was growing up, I have a particular name that everybody that knows me from my house knows this name. The name is so big. My name is so big. My name is so, this is a name that when I say this is my name, everybody would want to turn and look at me. When I was in primary school, this name affected me a lot. Wherever I turn, I'll be like, oh, they say, it draws people's attention. I woke up one day, I told my mama, you know what, this name, nobody should call me this name again. If you call me this name, anybody that calls me this name, I'll pour the person water and joke. That was how it goes. And today the name is just there. I changed my name, and of course some people would want to go with such names so that when they see you, they will fear you. But do you really need all that? That is not what you need. You have to be yourself. You have to be unique. So another effect of lack of self-confidence is that you believe that you have nothing to offer. This is a very bad. This is why people have lost their lives, because of lack of self-confidence. You believe you have nothing to offer. You don't even need to say it, or if you say it, somebody will look down on you. Say it. Oh no, that's what do you say? How will I put it? That limitation that you think you have may be where the foundation of your strength need to be laid. If you don't bring it out, maybe the foundation of your strength may never be laid. Why don't you let it out? Let it out. Maybe that is what you need to let out so that you get what you want. But most of the times we are so scared. We believe we don't have anything to offer. We keep covering ourselves where we need to bring ourselves out. And a lot of times this doesn't end well, and it never really does anything good to us. So this is another thing. Obsession for perfection. A lot of person, one of the effects of lack of confidence is that you have this obsession for perfection. You are a human. Make mistake. Nothing will happen. Make it. And what is important is that whenever you make a mistake, try to evaluate your mistakes. How did it come about? What did you not do well? Do not say that it has happened. It has happened. There's nothing you can do about it. However, you can do it better next time. Make mistake. Do not be, I don't want to do this now. Like I like to have a talk show where I will invite dignitaries. I will invite people to come. We rub minds. We talk about issues. I said politics. I don't like politics. Nobody should associate me with politics. So I would like to say, okay, this is it is something that you do continuously, that you get better, that more innovative idea will come to your mind. Will I say, oh, I like to have I like to have a talk show. After all, I'm a scientist. This is not even my line at all, talking. You understand? But this is what I like to do because, of course, I told you I want to use it to beat down my speech deficiency. Maybe talking, I read a book and my coach told me that continuous talking, maybe engaging myself in talks like this will improve my speech. And there was a time I had phobia for public. When I'm in a crowd like this, I'll be fidgety. I had to fight it. I fought it. I told my mentor, I said, mentor, I have phobia for public. I told my mentor, he said, you mean it? I said, yeah. I can't talk in public. Even when I'm trying to talk, my tongue is tied to my mouth. My body is shaking, my speech. He said, okay, let's go out. We went out. He watched me talk. And I don't know how that vanished today. Even if you like put me in 1,000 stadium, I'm going to talk to whoever that is standing. Respectively though, depend on, I'm going to talk. I will talk. I am no longer scared to talk. But I used to be. So do not be scared to make human errors. Do not be saying, I don't want to be laughed at. Yes, let them laugh at you. Why they are doing like this? They are laughing at you. You know, they are mimicking you, do this, mocking you, do this. Why they are doing that? Pick your mistakes, evaluate them, give it a better shot next time. That is how to do. So don't be obsessed with perfection. Nobody is perfect. But however, you can strive to do better whenever you meet yourself. Wherever or whenever the need arises for you to do so. Struggling with personal relationship. Of course, people with low self-confidence, they have issues with relationships generally. This is somebody that you are dealing with. These persons don't even know their qualities. These persons are scared to express themselves. These people are scared to bring their authentic self forward. These days we have the world is really evolving. We have people reading books. Everybody really wants to hit their target. Everybody wants to meet their goals. So it's not everybody that have time to waste with people who do not know what they want. So when you lack self-confidence, people presume or maybe assume you don't know what you want, and nobody wants to waste time with somebody that does not know what they want, and they move. That is it. Maybe they just move and you are struggling. You blame people even without their knowledge that this is it. So it's not my fault that you cannot express yourself to me or you can't bring it to me the way it is. It is not my fault. It is your fault. And I don't know. There's no how you can solve a problem that you do not know the origin or you do not know how it's come about. That is it. I have this watch for sale. So that is it. And of course, there are some people that believe that they believe that they do not have power to make changes. Let me use a perfect example. Is the current situation of Nigeria these days. Because of lack of confidence, we have parents who on their own lack confidence. How can they imbibe qualities that will make a child stand out in their children? These are parents that they do not even know what their uniqueness are. A lot of parents, especially my youths, let's say within my age or whatsoever, youths these days, a lot of youths don't even know what their uniqueness are. How can you raise a child that will be with a good confidence level where you yourself you lack it? Just like Nigeria these days, we are complaining. Everybody is complaining. We are clamoring for change. When you call one or two persons, how can we have this good nation? They will say, that's why. I'm not sure say go better, but actually, you believe that you can't make a change, but you can actually do it. Imagine you raise one responsible citizen as a son or a daughter. If Mr. A, let's say in my neighborhood, we have 1 million persons. And let's say 100 persons are able to deal with their children, raise their children with a good moral standard. and these children will go to their respective schools and influence other students there. You see, we begin to have generations of positive minded people, positive, good mental model. But where you talk in the presence of your children, God punish Nigeria, I thought that and everything just go like that and nothing works. And that is it. You believe you do not have what is it called? You do not have what it takes to make a change, and that is it. And it becomes a model for you. It becomes a model for you, and nobody can temper it for you. And it is what you proclaim. It is what you call it, and it is your own identity. So it's not anybody's fault. And another thing is that of course, you are loss of motivation. What do you have to motivate yourself? When you lack self-confidence, you don't have any motivation. There's nothing that pushes you. There's nothing that drives you. There's nothing that you look. There's nothing that stands you out. Of course, what will motivate you when you are always looking for validation from people for you to act? No, of course, nobody. You see, we are in the world right now. Nobody is ready to motivate anybody. It is when you are able to motivate yourself and bring yourself out, people clap for you. And while they are clapping for you, for that, they will still match you. It is your responsibility to fall and stand up, because nobody will bring you up. It is your duty to do so. So, motivation is from you. It's in you. You look for it and bring it out. But when you lack self-confidence, I don't know how this will work. You haven't even started. You are feeling exhausted. Lack of productivity. There's no motivation. There's no push. That is one effect of lack of confidence. Nothing to push you. Productivity is completely lost. How can you produce when you do not have materials? What are the materials? The materials and the tools. What are the tools? The tools are the quality. Your uniqueness, which you have failed to bring out. Then who will bring it out for you? Is it me? Bamesiaga, it's not me, it's you. You have to look for it. And then not strong enough to be open for criticism. You see me? Hey, if you insult me, you have helped me. I like people that insult me so much. In case, I think this is one of my biggest secrets. If you want me to do that thing that you said I cannot do, insult me, challenge me with it. I will not fight. It's not by power. I will begin to strategize. I will work towards it. So, you being open to criticism. There are some people where you are arguing with them, before you know, they start fighting, they start crying, they start running away. Don't run away. If you want to build self-confidence, when somebody is criticizing you, stand. And you should not engage in a fight, in an argument that you are looking for where to win. Listen, learn. Though as a confident person, you might not really show it, but pick points to build yourself. Pick points to equip yourself. Pick points to stand out. Pick points that when next that person meets you, the person will be like, oh wow, what happened? He taught you, she taught you without knowing. Be open to criticism. When they knock you one, gather it. Gather the strength. Use it as a beauty block. Use it as a precursor. As a scientist, a microbiologist and biochemist will say, use it as a precursor to build. Don't run away from criticism. There's nothing, if you are not criticized, oh man, you cannot go anywhere in this life. If you don't take risk, how can you even explore your potentials? How can you even explore your uniqueness? You have to learn to take risk. That is why when I'm with people, I have one what will I call it? I have one principle. I don't surround myself with people with weak how will I call it? People who do not have motivation, people who do not believe in themselves, people who want to be constantly pushed. I don't want it. I like to stay around people who like to take risk. When you think it is not possible, they will be like, let's check it out. These are the kind of people that build confidence that is out of the roof. Confidence that nobody can temper or alter with. This is one of the effects of you don't take risk when you lack self-confidence, because you don't want to fall, knowing fully well that when you fall and stand up, you are most likely to get it right. Okay, indecision. What decision are you going to make? There's no how you can make a decision where you do not even know what to do. How can you make a decision where you cannot stand on your own? How can you make a decision where you do not want to be laughed at? Should you make a decision and you fall and people be like, oh, he fell or she fell? Well, that is one of the effects of lack of confidence. You'll be reluctant. You'll be left behind. You wouldn't want to take a decision because you wouldn't want to be held accountable. You have to learn to be accountable. You have, whether be it good or bad, wherever you found yourself, be responsible for whatever that happens to you. Take a decision. Don't let indecision rob you of your potentials. Don't do that. And another thing is misinformation. Yeah, I was a victim of this, just as I've told you. I had the mindset that, hey, if you talk, people will not laugh at you. Imagine you want to call the name Deborah. Then you not say Deborah. People will not be laughing at you. But today I can call Deborah. Deborah. I can even phonate it. Deborah. Misinformation. You have this mindset that, it may not be people telling you, it may just be you cooking up in there that you discourage yourself even when you get there. So nobody can help you in this part. So that is one of the effects of what is it called, self-confidence. Now, what are the steps that you need to take? We are on foundation of self-confidence now. What are the steps that you need to take to establish self-confidence? What are these foundation? This is my shirt. I know I lost some weight but it's okay. Baby girl for life, sassy me. No, I'm not sassy. I don't use such words for myself. Big head Maya. Okay, what are some of the steps you need to take to build self-confidence? One, you need to visualize who you are, who you want to be, where you want to go. These are some of the steps. This is one of the most important steps you have to take. Where you know who you are, where you know where you want to go, where you have a mirror, where you have a picture, where you have an image in your head of where you want to go, where you want to attain, how you want to be responded to, how you want to be welcomed, how you want to be taken, what you want to be remembered for. You will sit up and build the image for yourself. You will sit up and look for the tips and the strategy that will earn you that image. You will sit up and look for the tools to build for that image that you want. Visualize yourself. Visualize yourself. Visualize yourself. Oh man. You have to visualize yourself. You know what you want, right? You know how you want people to regard you, right? You know where you are going to, right? What are the tools you need? Who are the people you need to go meet for the right for the building? Are the right people, the people with the quality that you have? Visualize yourself. Start working towards that direction. Go close to this kind of people. Learn from them and build. It's not by mere dream. No, visualize it. Let it be that this is it and I want it. Want it, need it, and go get it. Work on your personal growth and deal with what comes with it. Yeah. Self-confidence comes with a whole lot of challenge. I remember, let me not be too specific. Yeah, let me not be too specific. Let me not take this whole thing too personal. Let me deliver my lecture and go. So you have to, when you are trying to build your self-confidence, you need to work on your personal growth. The thoughts that comes to your mind, what you think about, how you see things, and whatever. Be truthful to yourself. Self-truth. One of the easiest way to achieve personal growth in life is self-truth. Where you lack self-truth, where you do not tell yourself the truth, there's tendencies that you may likely not go for, because it's like you are blocking your own growth. So you must learn to tell yourself the truth, so that you can be able to give yourself the growth that you desire to get to where you want to go. That growth, because you want to grow in a certain way, because of the direction you have in mind, and because of what you want to achieve. Tell yourself the truth and deal with every damn consequences that comes with it. Sometimes I'm here talking. I told you guys that I have speech deficiency. Sometimes when I'm talking like this, I kind of, somehow my talk still fuck me up. And somehow, sorry for using the F word. Somehow I just mispronounce word like that. I deal with it. I tell you, you remember you made a mistake, right? Sure, you've made that mistake. Learn not to repeat it again. I mean, if it happens, people laugh at you, learn from it. And if you don't want to be laughed at, then improve on it. It's as simple as that. And you have to work on your inner self, your meta mode. See, everything about us, it's all about what we think about ourselves. The thought of ourselves that we have in there, that is what goes out. You know, that is why when somebody is talking to you, that is why someone's talk is very important. I like to interact with people. I like to talk to different people, because me talking to you will give me an idea of the kind of person that you are, because it is what your mind tells you, what your brain tells you, that is what comes out of your mouth. That is what comes out of your mouth. So most times it gives me a clear identity, or it gives me a good, a clarity on who you are. So that is why you have to work on your inner self, your meta model. Know what you take, know what you tell yourself that you are, know what you want, know what to give to your inner self, so that you will get a good result. Work on your inner self. This is highly imperative. And one other thing is that you have to determine and set your values. What are your values? If you don't know your values, if you don't know what your core values are, there's no how you are going to be unique, and there's no how you are going to have an identity, and there's no how you are going to have an image that will last, or an image that represents you. Your core values is what stands you out. Your core values kind of give people a definition of who you are. If you fail to define yourself, people will define you for you. Good afternoon, citizen Victor. Good afternoon, sir. If you fail to define yourself, if you fail to tell people who you are, people will give you a definition of yourself, and it is not their fault. It is yours. It is you who has failed to tell them who you are. So it is left for them to give you an image or a name that they feel that it suits you. Since you have failed to give yourself an identity, they will help you. So you have to work on your core values. You have to work on who you are. You have to give people a definition of who you are, and don't negotiate that. Okay, now let's go. One other thing is that you have to explore your strength. We all have weaknesses. We all have limitations. We all have things that we are not good at. But one of the easiest steps for you to build self-confidence is for you to explore your strength. You know that thing you are good at. You know that thing that you are good at that Mr. B is not that good at. You can't be good at everything. We all are unique in our own different ways. There's something that is peculiar to you. There's something that you know how to do better. Work on it. Explore it. Build your strength around that quality. And watch yourself. That is one of the easiest way. That is why you see people will say, I am doing what I know how to do better. You hear people using such word, because that is where their strength lies. They know what they can do in that area. And it's just like me. It's just like you asking me to go and be a makeup artist. Here, to Fiakwa. Me, as I'm here, I don't have the time. I see girls rub eyeshadow. Me, I don't have the, I don't have the patience to come and put eyeshadow here, and then I will not be molding it. Me, Maya. I don't have such time in it. When I venture into such makeup world, I'm never going to do better, because that is not my strength. I am not good at petty faces. How many faces? Even me, how many hours do I used to pet my own face? Me, I will not go and become a makeup artist. That I don't have strength in that area. There are some things I know I'm good at. There are some things I know I am not good at. And that is, you have to explore. You know what you are good at. You know what you can do better. You know, because it is your strength, you can give it time. It is what you want to do. What, you know, what is tied to your quality. What is tied to your personality. That your body is just like, is science, come to me. It's like a reflex action. You do it without even knowing it, because this is who you are. This is, you see yourself supporting your quality. You see yourself supporting your strength, because they all put together to make you up. That is it. That is just what it is. So learn to explore your strength. One of the easiest way for you to grow your self-confidence. And one other thing is that you have to clarify your personal values. There are some values I have that are non-negotiable, no matter the condition I found myself. I think last week I was having a conversation with somebody. In as much as this was so important to me, and I know that I needed this to go to the next phase, you know what I told the man? I said, hey sir, if this is the only criteria we have left now, please I would suggest you keep it. It's as simple as that. Because I cannot give what is more important to gain something I want that I don't even, I know what I already have, I know what I already got, and I know how much I can do with it. One week I close, I will use it to open another one and I'll go explore it. And now you want to take it away from me because of just one trial? I won't let that happen. You have to master, see, you have to clarify your values so that you'll be able to build your confidence. Because when you do that, when you build your confidence or upon your values, nobody, I repeat, nobody can shake you. When you know your worth, nobody can come shake you. Yeah. She's talking like she got this girl. May God just help me, shall? Who do you admire? One of the easiest way for you to build your self-confidence is, who do you admire? If you ask me in less than 1 second, who do I admire? I will just tell you Dora Akuyele. Professor Dora Akuyele is my mentor, and everybody knows, everybody in my house knows that I love Dora. She still remains my #1 role model. So one of the easiest way for you to build your self-confidence is for you to look at that person you admire. What are the qualities you admire in this person? And what, Shaibu Peter, good afternoon, sir. You have to look at that person that you admire. Why do you admire the person? And even if the person if you have the opportunity to meet that person, would the person admire you too? That is a clear fact. If you are admiring someone, I'm talking about people of good potentials, people of values, where you are admiring someone and you say someone is your role model, there's every tendency that when you happen to meet this person, they too, they will be like, yeah, you are somehow, you will relate. There ought to be a connection if the values are actually similar. There ought to be a connection. Should you meet somebody you admire right now, what would the person, what would give the person, the reason to want to talk to you? So think about the people you admire and build your image around these people. You don't have to replicate them, but just use them as a guide. And one other thing is that do not negotiate your values. I already told you. Me? They be like small Maya, but this girl is stubborn. I am not stubborn. It's just that you fail to respect who I am, and when you fail to respect who I am, I have no option than to give you the definition that you must work with. That is not my fault. That is your fault. That is not my fault. It is your fault. Do not negotiate your values. What do you have aside your values? Should you let somebody negotiate your values? Do you know what that means? You have nothing. You lost your uniqueness. You lost your identity. You lost your hobby. You have no legacy. You have nothing. Why would you let somebody negotiate your values? Don't do that. So one of the easiest way for you to build self-confidence, we're still on foundation of self-confidence, is for you not to negotiate your values. Know what they are and act according to what they are, and make sure they are fair to humanity. Don't forget, I am an advocate for humanity. Okay. Revisit your integrity. Sometimes we are human. We are not perfect. Sometimes we think we are doing the right thing. We already know our set values. We already know who we are. But sometimes, due to things of the world, anything can happen. That was the reason why I made that post yesterday that somebody took so personal. I wanted to, something happened last week that rechallenged that made me to revisit my values. I'll be like, who is this person to tell me this kind of a thing? And why what give you the right to say this kind of a thing to me? And why is it so? Maya, are you on track? Is this supposed to be so? And I found out that it's very much intact. So you have to revisit your, your integrity. Know what to stand for, revisit it often. If not, they will mess you up. They will mess you up, and your self-confidence will be lost. The moment your actions are not in accordance with your personality, you have no identity, you have no value, and you become rubbish. You have to revisit your integrity. And one other thing is that set a principles that aligns with your personality. You know what you represent here, you know what you stand for here, and you know what is important to you here, and you know what you want to achieve here. Set your principles according to it. See, whether you like it or not, we all cannot be the same. I have a lecturer I respect so much. In BUK, I had 2 lecturers that I respect so much, and In my other school, I have one lecturer I respect so much. One of this lecturer is Professor Abdullahi Bukhari, and the other one is I don't know if he's a professor now, but is Dr. Muhammad Yusho. You hear students say that lecturer, he wicked or did this. But if you look at them very well, this is a lecturer that when he comes to class, in the case of Baba Abdullahi Bukhari, Professor Abdullah, he wouldn't say, okay, because he's coming to lecture you that your classroom should be dirty. He cannot be lecturing fools now. He cannot raise fools. That is not part of his personality. He cannot say, okay, what is important is that we give you. He is this kind of a person that will tell you that it's not only certificate that you have come to school to acquire. Morals are there. I think he has a percentage. Baba, but he's my God. I really love him so much. Wet students are running away. And one other person was Professor Kao. Professor Kao. People be like, I respect those. The most toughest lecturers are my best lecturers, and I take them as guardians because these are the kind of people I like. You have to define yourself. You have to give people a definition of yourself. Not like now we have a woman, a professor, come to her lecture 1 minute after 9. You are your own. She doesn't care even if you are coming from the whole world, or you left the Vajada to Israel, the way they come to. It's none of her business. That is who she is. If you cannot take it, you leave it. There's nothing you can do to her. That has given her an identity that she's not a lover of Africa time. Whether you like her or you hate her, it's none of her business. So that one concerns you. But that is who she is. So it is all these varieties that spice up life. We all cannot be the same. The fact that every woman you call a girl, is go get, come, then give me your data page, then go to Dubai, go have fun, she will just rush to your place. Woo, wow. Don't come here. I'm not going. I am not going to Dubai. What is there? If not for Corona, what is best that I cannot buy? If not for Corona, what is best that I cannot buy? Don't you come you? I don't have. I respect myself. With my 1,000 naira, I will pass you with your 100 million as if I've got more than what you have. It's not pride, just contentment. That is why I always pray to Allah to give me that spirit of contentment, that spirit of comfort rather than riches. So people are rich, they are not comfortable. So people are very rich, they are wealthy, they are not comfortable, they are not contented. So it all depends on you, your priorities right, set them right, your principles, and live by them. That is, if you know who you are. Not everybody know who they are. You know? So one other thing is that you have to, your values should be expressed in your actions. You cannot be saying, I am this kind of a person, and the next thing you are doing, you are caught, No. Your values should always be expressed in your actions. What you stand for, you should act. Don't do otherwise. Do I need to stress this much? I don't think so. So observe law of reversibility. You have to always revisit your identity, revisit your core values, revisit your principles, revisit that image that you have created for yourself, that is fair to humanity but is specific to you. Revisit so that you'll be able to trace yourself back. And one of that, you have to practice the principle of resistance. One of the easiest way, one of the way for you to build self-confidence is for you to have the principle of resistance. It's just like when I first resumed gym. Whenever I go to work, I go for workout. When I come back, my body aches. One day I told my sister, give me money. I want to go and buy analgesic. She said, no, you don't do that. Your body is only adjusted to the new, what will I put it, what you have engaged yourself in. With time, it will adjust. You don't need to take any analgesic. And the next day, I tried it, the other day, and now I can actually put my legs on my head and can fold myself in a circular form. I can do anything. I can stand on my shoulder. This was what I could not do before. But because my body has adjusted, my muscles have adjusted to my sport life and all of that, they have no options that to cooperate. Now they are okay. Now they are in accordance. Now they are in agreement. That is how life is. Something may seem, you may think you are doing something, but you are not getting it right. It's not falling in place the way you want it. Keep doing it. Resistance will come to play. It will come. It will be in order when they just keep doing it. It's natural. It's law of nature. It will be in order. We are not saying that you must be perfect. Keep doing it because you want it. Keep doing it. You will get the result you want. And develop your inner strength. Of course, I've told you that your inner strength is the motivation that you need. Take human being out to motivate you. Nobody will motivate you. I have the choice to just slip away and not come here and talk. But because I know what I want to achieve with talking, because I want to know what I want to achieve with my, what I want to achieve with this talking, in reference to, with respect to my speech deficiency and all of that, I have to motivate myself, my inner strength. I have to push myself to do what I have to do to get that which I need to do done. It's as simple as that. You are your own motivation. Prepare yourself and equip yourself. Have a foundation. This is where, a lot of persons, they do not have confidence because they have really not worked for one. It's just like you going into a new career where you have no knowledge, where you have no background, where you have no experience. There's no how you can be confident in it. So one of the ways for you to build self-confidence, especially at work or in your career, is for you to do something that is for you to keep improving on one thing, something that you know that is worth doing. Give it your best, keep trying, give yourself a foundation, give yourself a foundation, give yourself a track record. I don't think there's anything I have ever said on this talk that I have not talked about track record. There's so much that track record encompasses. Track record can help you to define who you are, can help you to modify your, can give you a clearer map of where you need to go and how you need to go about your life. Have a track record. So people just dive into something that they do not have any knowledge about. They do not have, something you do not have skills, you do not have ability, you do not have the capability, you don't even know the technical know-how, you just want to do it. How possible is that? Who does that? How are you going to even achieve that? You have to give yourself a track record, give yourself a good give yourself skill, build yourself around it. If it is a career, whatever it is that you want to do, make sure you have the information. See, knowledge is power. Information is what gives you knowledge. Seek for wisdom. Anything. Talk to people who are better in that field. Talk to people who have established themselves in that field. Talk to life coaches. Talk to people that are better than you. You should not be reluctant to ask. Should not be ashamed to ask. Be curious. Ask questions when it be. They say, if I ask now, they go teach and no. And now this is where I have special interest because I am a Nigerian child. Nigeria. This is where I want to talk about. How can Nigeria parents play a role in giving their children self-confidence? A lot of parents in Nigeria have really contributed in low self-esteem that their children has, or lack of self-confidence that their children go about with. And they don't even know this. Number one, this is what you do. This is your role as a Nigerian. Maya, this is your role. Wherever you meet yourself, you are in Nigeria, you have to equip your child with this. This is for you too. This is what you have to do. And I'm already practicing it on my sister's child. And you need to see a 7-year-old girl. She's doing well. She have a business that is registered with CAC. She tells you what she wants to do with her money. When things are not moving right, she will ask you, "But Salma, why is this thing like this?" Mommy, she asks questions. She's 7 years old. She have her own account. She's doing her own business. She knows what she wants. She tells you exactly how she wants it. Even if she's not perfect, that is where you as a guardian comes in. That is it. So we just... Anyway, a parent here is allow your kids out of your home early. You see men, you see women, 30 years, 25 years, 26 years. Somebody like me, I left university at the age of 21. You service everything. Okay, fine. Imagine after graduation, all these years you are still at home. You cannot even take decision on yourself, all by yourself. You keep protecting your child. 30 years you have your child in your house, 35 years your child in your house, and you even have some men, some guys that want to marry and bring their wives in their parent house. Kilo there. Nigeria is hard, but it doesn't stop us from thinking. Hello. Oh God, I tire. When people like this cross my path, I be like, "Organo vessel, I beg, you leave me alone." Let your children out of, stop this bond. We Nigeria, I say we Nigeria parents. You get bikini? Yeah, I'm going to be a parent, inshallah, soonest. Maybe, who knows if he comes soonest or someday, anyhow. So if you're a Nigerian parent, learn to leave your children, give them some space, allow them to grow on their own. I was talking to my mother a few days ago, my first time mom. She'd be like, immediately that your brother finish school, I will give him extra 2 years in this house because he's graduating at the age of 21. Immediately he finished, I will give him extra 2 years to go to youth service and come back. He's going out of my house to go and rent his own house. I can be supporting him, but he needs to go and face life. He needs to know how to arrange landlord's rent before it expires, and he needs to know if renting house is what he really wants in his life, or if to own a house. It is when you leave children to explore, when you leave children to face responsibilities, that is when they start to tick out of the bucket. They start to tick out of the, how will I call it? But when you always keep them around you, you don't want them harm. Should anything happen to you today, what will happen to your child? Do you know? Your brother will take care of your child, but don't worry. So always let your children out of the house on time. 35 years, 30 years, 26 years, 27 years, all this. When I see my age mate, that be like, I'm in the classroom, I'm talking to my age mate, a 26 years old, yeah, 25 years old, you see 27, they are telling you, my mother say, my father, and I say, it is my father. I say, eh? One day I asked one guy, I said, why are you studying this course? He said, I don't like it, my mother said I should just study it. I said, here. I'll be like, okay, since then I mind the way I go close to that person. I'm very careful with people like that. I don't want any wala in my life. Let them figure out problems for themselves. Sometimes just leave your children. Just watch them. As far as it will not take their lives, watch them sometimes. Let them handle that problem they're having. It's not every problem that your child is having you will run, whoa, boom. Your child is in the WAEC, or your child wants to write WAEC, you are looking for, good centers, miracle centers for your child. Hello, the ones that do not have parents to give them miracle centers, did they not pass? They are even the ones that are leading Nigeria. Let's check the history of Nigeria. It's these people that did not even have people. Not those ones their father already made for. It is people like that are even leading Nigeria. So you are looking for special center, you are looking for who to write special jump for your child. At the end of the day, the child will come out no job, and you still marry for the child, and you still be feeding. They will continue just the same line. You continue, and you now say Nigeria is bad. Why would Nigeria be bad? Why would it be bad? Is it the child that you have poorly raised that will be thinking out of the basket or ball? I've been a bracket that they call them. I don't know. And another thing is that you need to encourage your child's curiosity. When your child is asking questions, that's why you talk too much. Wait. Let children ask questions. Because the reason why they are asking questions is because it is not clear to them. And there is because there's something they do not understand. Do not use your own understanding to conclude for your child. Let your child ask their own questions and let them get the answers they seek. If they get it, fine. If you can help them, give them a good clarity about what they have asked of, fine. But let your children ask questions. Let them be curious. Let them ask, why is something like this the way it is? Don't say, keep quiet. They don't hear picking out for bush. Now for forest, they go for hearing out. Avoid creating shortcut for your children. All these parents that used to win. I remember in 2009, I was in secondary school. I was in SS2, 2009. I dropped one. So I was in secondary school. We were in jam hall. A mother was busy sending her child expo from house. My mother was not there. One bad thing about me is that my mother did not even know when I wrote my jam. That is one thing. Nobody knew when I wrote my jam. If you tell my mother or my father that the only good thing about me is that I have always taken positive decision, not as I don't do bad thing, but I take very drastic decisions sometimes. If you ask my mom if I know footwear, she will never agree that I know footwear. But I've been to footwear because when I went there for school of nursing, before I know, I just be like, this was at the age of 40, we are talking about 40, 15. I already know what I wanted. Your child is in the exam hall, you are studying expo. The ones where they be offered, they no go pass the exam, they will pass Avoid creating shortcut for your children. When your child fail in a particular class, let them repeat it so that they will know, and let them understand that the reason why they failed failed is because they did not do it right, not because there's one of their uncle or their cousin that did not want you to marry to their father, or maybe there's one woman in your father's family that they have not liked you because you are the only son of your father. Stop giving children excuses as to why they should be useless in Africa. Hell, stop doing that. It's really affecting children. When they are supposed to take themselves accountable, they are blaming their uncle or cousin that maybe actually mean well for them. You never can tell, but because you have given them that, don't overpraise your child. Yeah, he's your child. Yeah, it's a gift from God, but it is a child that makes the society proud, and you proud. That is a child. There are so many children in this world. Every day, the ones that are armed robbers, they were born by somebody. The ones that are doing yahoo. The man that have changed himself to a woman that is sleeping while the wife is working was born by a woman. The woman that have turned herself to a prostitute, waiting now woman I born, a person I born. Stop praising your children. Let your children manifest their true potentials. Let them explore themselves. Let them define their own identity. Stop competing with your children unnecessarily because you have neighbors. You want them to know that your child is not special until your child brings about a special result. What is special result is not only academic, the outcome of that child. I don't want to go to it because I am not a mother yet. I pray I remember these words. Ya Allah, help me. Don't tell them what you are worried about them. I think I learned that from my mom. She'll be like, I don't want to talk about there was something that happened to me recently. She'd be like, I am worried about you, but when I cry, she said, okay, when you don't cry, come and meet me, let's talk. And that is it. And when the whole thing was over, she said, what happened now? Have you died? I said, no. She said, I was actually worried about you, but I know that you have a whole lot ahead of you, and I know that you are just beginning life. If I decide to keep pampering you and keep lying to you, I am not doing you good. This was her words to me in May this year, just last month. This was what she said to me. She said, yes, something bad happened, something terrible happened. Thank God no life was lost. But have you died? I said, no. He said, have you not gotten your, what is it back? I said, I have got it. He said, that is life. She said, more challenges will come. Learn to handle them. I worry about you, but I can't break down along with you. I am meant to guide you. Learn to guide your children. Don't act as if, don't let them know that you are so much worried about them. Rather, you can guide them from afar. Just torchlight them. Make sure you are guiding them, but don't show it too much, so that you will not give, so that everything will not amount to nothing. Offer help, offer support, but don't do too much. Sometimes let your children. One of the easiest way to let your child build self-confidence is that you will see your child struggling to do something. When my sister's baby was just 2 years, whenever I'm washing plates, washing dishes, I will tell her, "Amma, come, let's wash this." That child learned how to wash dish with me when she was just 2 years. She started working on time. She will see her. Sometimes I see her carry something, she's tired, I will just be watching her. And the bond between me and that child today is so strong that even her mother don't even know where we built that bond. That was how we built it. I started, involving her in choice early enough. That is why you see that child talk as if she's an adult. She's just a 7-year-old child. Same thing happened to me. When I'm talking, somebody will be like, Maya, you don't reach 30 years. I say, you never reach 30. They talk like old woman like this. It's not my fault. Now life show me, and I take them. If your life no give you, how you will take them? Okay. Sometimes you need to be authoritative, but don't be forceful. You can be authoritative, but don't be forceful. Don't be strict. You have to let them. When you want them to do something, do it, because it is that same. What would I call it? That same character that will make them start. It is that same character that will make them know what they want at a particular point in time. It is that character that will make your child get to a podium. I know that I have to do justice to this topic that I've been given to as a poem. At this point, I have to take over. So you have to show them that quality so that they can take it from you. One of the easiest way to build confidence. And I think, hey, I'm so happy I have come to the end of today's talk. To talk no easy, sha. In conclusion, just believe in yourself. Even if you don't, pretend as if you do. And somehow and at some point, it will come to pass, and it will just come to stay. Self-confidence. Talking about self-confidence. Sometimes you need to even act as if you are where you want to be, or act as if that person you want. Just act it, even if you are not there. Pretend. Positive pretense. This is where some people say, sometimes you hear in Abuja language they say package is good sometimes. Wait, no be that kind of package they tell you. Now those kind of they talk. Never eat, they wear fine clothes. How got they day belly? You back account empty. No be say you the package go look for contracts. You the package to go deceive people. What are you doing? You are deceiving yourself, And today I have exercise for us. I will post it on social media. Number 1, let me answer number 1 to number 4. And they are up to number 6. They are up to 7. Then if you want you can answer. If you don't want to leave it in me at all. I don't know, a lot of youth that have social media, they are busy looking at all these funny things. They don't even Nigeria, what do we go do? After they will say Buhari be our problems. But I wish I could help youths to answer this question so that I will know what their mind meta model is like, and what they think, and what it is that their mind is thinking. My own is that, what is your greatest fear in life? My greatest fear in life is very simple. My greatest fear in life is to fail. Gaskiya, I cannot afford to fail. Fail in what aspect? Fail as a human being. A human being without morals, without a legacy that is guided by morals, values. A human being that her identity will be shown in her legacy. I can't afford to fail. And I cannot afford to fail in my career. I cannot afford to fail in my marriage. That is why, if you know me, forget this small girl where they see you. I heard a touch. They touch positively. I am not asking you for your money, and I am not asking you for any favor. Please and please, if you know that you will not make me become a successful wife, I take God beg you. If you don't move, I will move you. It's as simple as that. If you don't move, me, I will move you. At all. I cannot afford to fail in life. Failure, I'm not saying that severally I'm failing. Every day of my life I fail and I get up. But at the end of my life, a failure. The failure I'm having right now are precursors to building the image I want for myself, to building the legacy I want for myself. So that end product, that is what I'm saying. I do not want my end product to be failing. I don't want to fail in life. I am so scared of failure. I am so scared to be dependent on anybody. I cannot afford to depend on somebody, because no, it will work. What is the most important values you practice in your work and business life? It is quite simple. I am quite transparent. I'm honest. One other thing is that I will not come and lie. When it is business, it is business. I am strict in my place of work and my business. You don't waste my time when I'm supposed to do business. I am honest. I am strict. And one other thing, it is what it is for me. I don't joke with it. And these 3 people, dead or alive, that you would have loved to spend an afternoon with. These 3 people are quite simple, but I'm just going to talk about one. The woman I would have loved to meet in my life. Whether dead or alive, she has left me with an image, with so much to emulate from. That is late Professor Dora Akoyele. I love that woman. I loved everything about her. Till today, she remains my number 1 role model. Though I have a second role model now, a very young, vibrant woman. She's 35 years old. Though when she's talking, you think she's 100 years, because she's got so much in stock. However, she's a young, beautiful damsel, a very wonderful young woman, a politician, a philanthropist, and of course, her sister's keeper, Honorable Mima Estee. She's my second role model. I love her so much. And let me just restrict myself to, aside these 2 women, I will not lie. I have nothing. Of course, I have my eternal role model, my sister. She has been the one building everything I know, just the way I'm modeling her daughter now. My sister have been the one putting me, Wilicious, the CEO of Wilicious International. She said, material. Even her own husband acknowledged that, yes, I'm married wife. When your husband look you say, yes, I'm married wife. When your husband fresh look you say, you married wife. You know what that means? That is my elder sister. She's a material. Love her so much. May Allah give her long life and prosperity in good health. She already know that I love her. Though we fight, we quarrel too much. Quarrel 5 times a day, no problem. With the cash cruise, forget. And why would you want to spend an afternoon with these people? What would you ask them or talk about? Though this question I would have loved to ask Dora Akuyele, I already know her answer to me. I already know what her response to me would have been. See, it's quite simple. See, there are women. Yesterday I made a post that may say, I'm not trying to say what I cannot do here. I'm a woman of my word. And it's quite simple. And you can only achieve this when you are living your true, authentic self. I have nothing to hide. I am not the kind of woman that want to pretend so that they no go say, women, you know that kind of thing. You be small girl, you never marry. No, they talk too much. Women know they share you. If you want share me, oh. It is not my fault that you fear me. It is your own fault. It is your own fear that is fearing you, not me. I want to be financially stable, and you are telling me that so that I can be oppressing a man. What has me being financially stable has to do with my husband? If my husband wants to build a mansion in 6 years, and because I'm hardworking, I were able to do it in 2 years, is that one forbidden? But only if it's transparent, though. Don't play with only if it's transparent. You cannot be building together and I don't know what we are doing now. Show me now. I cannot build with you and you carry my straight and go somewhere else. So let's be on the same page. If you're on the same page, there's nothing bad, we can build together. But the moment a strong woman dictates an element, dictate this kind of a thing from you, they work. If you work. So I can't marry a man with low honesty, a man of that that lack honesty. I pray I get that man. They say there's no day for Nigeria. Anywhere they do, we will go find them. But honestly, I don't think I can work or strive well. I wouldn't want to marry somebody that I cannot respect because of your attitude. Yeah, nobody is perfect. You can be doing so many things, but you see that honesty, especially when you want people to build together, you have to come out. I cannot be throwing my ATPs in where I will not receive. I cannot be a precursor to a lost product. Hello, you want me to be a precursor to a lost product? It's not working. You cannot be using me to be playing game, or you want to be calculating, eating it and another because not be me or you. I reject you. Okay, the question I would have loved to ask Dora Akuyele is quite simple. Though I already know the answer, I would have loved to ask her, Ma'am, how were you able to build a home? Have you seen Dora's children? They are not like your usual politician children or your usual women that comes and go. No, you need to see, as in their head all a day. How was she able to build? And she would tell me one thing, and I know her response to me. She would say, Maya, baby girl, you know that how I put it. Oh, that woman, I love her so much. May your soul rest in perfect peace. I never met her. Every day, first week of every year, I go to NAFDAC because her picture is by this side. Whenever I look at Dora's pictures, I get boosted like like someone that is charged. So she would have told me, Maya, marry a man of your destiny, a man in accordance with your values. See, no matter how good you are as a woman, if you meet yourself in the wrong hands, forget about my age. I'm telling you this. They don't say where this girl they learn all these things. And they read book and they talk to people. No matter how good you are as a woman, when you meet yourself in the hands of the wrong person, oh man, you are completely finished. You are finished. Not just that you are finished, you are completely finished. Dora, I respect Dora, but I respect her husband even more. Kudos to Dr. Chike, Dora's Dora's husband. This is a man that married a woman He knew that he did not just marry a wife, he married a woman. I'm answering up to number 1 to number 4. You can continue from number 5 to, you can do number 1 to number 7 and send to my Gmail or WhatsApp. This is a woman. You, as a man, as a woman, you can do your own. It's not for women, it's for everybody. This is a man that understood that he married a woman that has a mission to accomplish in life. And not only did he guide that woman, he watched the woman and enjoy every bit of it. Dora is a very strong woman. We all knew when she's talking, she talk. Not be slow women, not be quiet women, they respect husband. Now good woman, they respect husband. Not be poor man, not be poor woman, they respect husband. Now good woman, they respect husband. Make we know they create women because of say respect. Have you not seen a broke woman where be say she no get, but she no agree say make her husband even give? Contribute, she don't feel contribute, get, she don't get. No what she feel do, she just there. Wahala, they finish or where she did. You see woman, slow motion, she they talk. Cause confusion everywhere. By the time she go throw her bob, she go enter one corner, she go pretend like say she know they there. We know them, we are women, we see women a lot. I have lived with some married women and I know different kind of women. So when you see people that talk, when they are talking, they open their way, be like, hey, this one not gonna respect husband though. That one concern you. You know, respect husband, you have not concerning me, it is your concern. It is not my concern. So that is another thing. So you see, one thing I've watched every day. I watch. There's no single day of my life that I don't watch Dora's clips. She see where she built when she wanted to build hospital for her husband people. You can never build with a man that is not on the same page with you. That is why, whether a man or a woman, you cannot be. They are not on the same page with you. Let's just go. Let's go. Kill the love, murder the love, carry gun, shoot them, shoot the love, let the love go, shoot the love, go separate ways, leave the love, live love. So now, she said to her husband, please, when next you are having meeting with your kinsmen, please can you take me along? I want to talk to your people. Your community don't have hospital. The husband, of course, he knew the kind of woman he married. He said, okay. He took her along, and after the meeting, she allowed her to talk to his kinsmen, and that was how she told them how he would do everything, and that was how she was able to build that hospital for her people, for her husband people. It was even her husband people that brought her into politics, started nominating her for this and that and like this and like that. But here you are scared of woman wey be say how much she get, wetin woman they make, no be when they call her maleta because she can buy shawarma. I say woman wey fit buy something for herself, that woman need to get respect. Go marry for your village, Afro baby food there. All those are wey be say they're small. They don't for village, they don't roti finish. You go look for them. You think say city girls spoil, or you think say industrious women are difficult. Go marry village woman, come city, make she open eye. You go see, go teach you lesson. You know how far. You know better if you watch up me, you know what you chop. So my name is Maya Salis. I have come to Dora's talk. I will continue to talk about Dora every day of my life. Let me just stop there. I need to go and pray. It is 4 o'clock. I need to go pray my answer. So I need to go now. My name is Maya Salis. The girl that looks stubborn, but she's not stubborn. I am not so bad. Only you God can solve my problem. Ice cream, pizza, shawarma, eba, fufu, anyone. I am going. Bye-bye. Take care. I sign out.